Hi everyone, my name is Lily and this is my channel Lily from the Novel, and today I'm coming to you with a new Top 5 Wednesday video. As you know, Top 5 Wednesday is created by Lainey at Ginger Reads Lainey, and I'm going to link her videos down below and official Goodreads group that we actually chat on, so you might join as well if you want. So this week's topic is actually really interesting to me, and it is top 5 required readings. As you know, required reading is something that you had to read for school or college or uni, something that you had to take and read because your teacher told you to do. I was always a rebel about it and still am. So I'm not really a fan of just taking a book and reading it just because teacher told me to do that. I might pick up that book just then after that pressure goes away. That is like a common thing in my life. That's why I don't have good marks from Bosnian. I'm not reading books like that from English, just from Bosnian. And we read books from other different authors, but they're translated in Bosnian, so yeah. So in middle school, what I would do is I would say to my teacher, hey, I don't really want to read this particular book. I'm going to read 5 different ones instead of this one book that everyone else has to read. And she would always let me get away with it, but I would read 5 other books. So a lot of these required readings are from that 5 other books file. That's why I always read when I was in middle school. And in high school now, I have to read that book that was given to me, but I usually don't enjoy it or nothing, so most of my books here are from middle school, that I read in middle school. So I believe this is like the only book that I positively know that we had to read, that we read, and it is Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe. And I read this in this ugly copy, and I'm gonna show it to you. It's like all yellow from the inside and I was like writing on it here, and yeah, it is like... And recently, actually, I got this copy of Penguin English Library Edition, and yeah, it is just so much more beautiful, and I can't wait to read it again and just enjoy the story all over again. I just enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the travels of Robinson Crusoe. I would just sit and devour this book. I read it like 2 or 3 times when I was a kid. It was just something that I would enjoy, and I loved everything about it, and I'm really interested to know how is it going to actually work out in English, because I read the Bosnian and I'm kind of used to it in Bosnian in my head, but I want to read it in English, so I don't know. It would be different, definitely. The next book that I really loved that was kind of a required reading, and it is Heidi by Johanna Spyri. I'm not really sure. And I can't really say that this was like required reading, like you have to read. I think this was one of the books that I was like, okay, I'm gonna read Heidi instead of that other book that we were supposed to read or something. I love this. This is actually full of stickers, as you can see. I was a sticker crazy, and it is all just damaged and horrible. This actually particular copy of this book actually means a lot to me, because this was the first book ever that I decided to pick up and read from my library at home. I would watch all the different interpretations of the cartoons of Heidi, so I loved it, and I don't know, it just kind of grew really near to my heart. So the other book I don't have here with me, and it is by Bosnian author, so yeah, I'm sorry all the other people of the world. Author is Nura Bazdul Hubyar, and I got the message. And she is one of the really famous authors in Bosnia and Herzegovina, and I've actually met her. I have a couple of books signed by her, but I didn't have this one particularly, and it is called Ruja, or Rose in English. It is really a fantastic book, and we had to read it for school. I don't know really what grade, but I enjoyed it. I think I read it like before we were supposed to read it. That book is about a girl called Mia, I believe. I read it like long ago, I don't even remember. She is like a normal girl living in one of the Bosnian cities, Travnik. Was it Travnik? I think so. We also have a Bosnian War, so how she survived through Bosnian War. What was she thinking during that time? She actually fell for one boy, and that boy was also recruited to be a part of the army, and yeah, it was just... reading that book, you kind of have so many feels, and yeah, it was just amazing. It was a really wonderful story, and I don't have it here with me, but yeah, probably most of you Bosnian people know about it. So the fourth book, I'm not really sure if we just did a couple of chapters or we had to read the whole thing, but it is also by Serbian author Plavi Čeperak by Miroslav Antić. I'm not really sure if he had any of these poems translated to English, but he's really a famous guy, so I'm going to try to find it, and if I do, I'm going to link it down below for you to just take a look at. I know they were always like a bit quirky, a bit cheesy, they're just not a regular types of poems. Yeah, if I enjoyed anything really in terms of poetry when I was a kid, I enjoyed him. And this is really old copy actually. This was published in 1979, so yeah, I'm holding a book from the previous generations. So another book that I want to talk to you about, I don't have here with me again, but it is A Little Prince, and I forgot the name of the author. I have no idea about the author. That book really had effect on my reading life, definitely, for some reason. We had to read for just a couple of chapters from it, not the whole book, but I read the whole book and I talked to a teacher about the whole book, and that one is just an interesting story. It really got to me. It was really inspirational, introduced me to a different way of writing, and yeah, that's when I started just kind of being like a little poet, and I would write my scribbles and scrambles in Bosnian. Yeah, you know when kind of books affect you in a way that you don't really know how they affected you, but yeah. One of those is Little Prince. Like this video if you did, comment something nice, that is always welcome, subscribe if you haven't, because why not? And yeah, check out the next week's video because there is something exciting coming up. See you on Sunday. Bye!